Hey guys, Deathslayer Magic here, and this should be a very interesting video for those of you who are just, kind of into Magic, but you don't follow every last story, everything, every obscure post on social media and everything. Honestly, neither do I, but I did come across some very interesting theories. Some are big, some are small, but all of them have to do with Magic the Gathering, and these are like conspiracy theory level theories. I mean, they're out there, but you gotta wonder about some of these. So, theory number one. Mark Rosewater is a reptilian alien. Okay, just kidding. That's a meme at this point. I'm going to give that one a 0% chance of being correct. I'm also giving this video a 0% chance of sticking with the same rating system for all these. If you came here for consistency, you have clearly come to the wrong video. So, theory number two. Rampaging Ferocidon was the card that was chosen to be banned, not because it was the problem, not because that was how you properly weaken the deck, but because M19 has to do with life gain. Life gain is one of the heavy mechanics, and it's a callback to the other life gain cards like Crested Sunmare, so I think one of the strongest decks will be life gain oriented, and then you've got vampires going for it, which is also on color, and white-black combination with the control cards is one of the best combinations right now in Magic. Well, in Standard. Now, just, as a refresher, Rampaging Ferocidon was banned along with Ramunap Runes. Very questionable choice because it really should have been on Crop Crasher. And I'm talking about that ban cycle. Obviously, Goblin Chain Whirler should have been banned. But, I mean, it's just a 3/3 dinosaur for 3, a single red menace, and players can't gain life. So, the menace part I agree with. It's a 3/3 for 3 menace. And people run, Magma Spray, Lightning Strike, Shock, they get creatures out of the way. So if you finally left something on the battlefield, you are not blocking this, and also you can't gain life. So not only do minimal blockers not stop, the red deck now, and this ain't the only Menace card, by the way, but also, if you're running Lifelink or any kind of life gain at all deck, but typically Lifelink, it does nothing now. So there goes two strategies to stop red. And the reasoning behind it seemed sound on the surface, and I partially agreed with it. Oh, by the way, also, whenever another creature enters the battlefield, Rampaging Ferocidon deals 1 damage to that creature's controller. That is too much damage. You can do damage without even swinging at that point. You could just win the game by just dropping more crap into the battlefield. So this card was pretty toxic. It's just, was everybody even running this? The answer is no. So, oh boy, I would give that conspiracy theory. It seems like it's far off because remember, Dominaria was between them, but also they were probably done with M19 or close to done with it, or bare minimum they had the mechanics and the evergreen ability oriented whatever will be in the set. They had all that planned and established and were well aware of it when they chose what to ban. So would they have thought of M19 in the context of this ban? I would say yes. But did they think, oh wait, M19, a bunch of stuff gains life? Crap. Well, let's just ban this because, Menace, 1 damage, and then it's just too good. And then they didn't really want to ban 3 things. Just slip this in to be like, no, seriously, red's dead. They wanted to just power down red, so I gotta land this one at 60% no and 40% yeah. Just, it's almost 50-50, but I'm just leaning towards, no, I don't think that they were just like, no, this is the problem. I mean, there's so many what ifs, like what if life gain doesn't take off? I think at the time, vampires weren't a very big deck. So it's not unreasonable. It is something that they would be expected to do. It's just, did they do it? And I would lean very slightly towards no. So, conspiracy theory number 3. MTG Arena completely ignores your actual tier ranking in, constructed, ladder, whatever, when you enter really any kind of tournament, and they'll just match you up against the hardest people that are online at the time because they want you to lose. Okay, theoretically, if somebody keeps buying a 500 coin entry fee and then losing, they're not going to keep doing that. They're going to not do that. If somebody keeps winning at it, then they're going to keep winning at it. But that doesn't make sense. Only 50% of the people can win. So that evidence falls apart completely. And plus, that assumes that if you go into a tournament, you are only versing other people that are in the tournament. I think it's just random people. Plus, no matter what you do, no matter what you're playing or anything, 50% of the people entering the tournament are going to win. So I think it's actually the opposite. You're playing people who are ranked way higher than you in regular ladder play, and they are not participating in like a 3-loss or out 7-win, prize tournament thing. That's what I actually mean by tournament, by the way. It just feels like a tournament to me. And then if, 75% of the people who enter a, tournament for coins as prizes, if they're playing up against people who are not in the tournament, I mean, they could throw the Magic, could be testing out a deck, but these people are ranked gold, like, constantly. I'm purposely not ranked gold. If I get to, like, silver tier 2, I just purposely start, like, well, not purposely losing, throwing matches or forfeiting, but I'll play a weaker deck or throw some experimental thing together and get way more losses than wins. And honestly, that's fun, too. It's fun to see, like, oh, this deck actually worked, or, oh, I almost won that. Wow, I threw this deck together in 5 minutes, or, wow, that blew up on my face. Like, that, deck building is fun to me, so whatever, I don't care if I'm winning. I do, however, care if I'm winning if coins are on the line, and I think Wizards knows this. They do not want to hand out more coins than they have to. So my theory is pretty much yes, I would give it a 99% chance that when you put coins on the line and you've got to get wins, they will match you up against much higher ranked players, decks that have a natural advantage over you, and they seem to be rigging the coin toss so that your opponent goes first as well. Also, I've noticed that based on the colors of your deck that you enter with, they will make you verse other color mixes and thus deck archetypes. White, blue, white, black, and I was playing all the same crap, just red, rush, blah, 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 same crap, over and over and over. And then I switched to a completely different, like, control-oriented archetype, and I was playing decks that I've never seen before. I played the same deck 3 times in a row, 3 different players. So bonus conspiracy, what deck you're playing, or at least what colors you're playing, influences who you play against, even not in tournament play? I'd say yes, I'd give that one a 99% as well. Let's just settle on, in my opinion, all of MTG Arena is rigged. Every bit of it. So conspiracy theory number, 5 or whatever we're on. I'll call it 5 because I forgot. Wizards of the Coast is purposely still allowing foil cards to curl, even though they know it's fixable and other games use different printing methods where they don't curl. They are knowingly doing it on purpose. They know about the curling problem, not just non-foils lately on the garbage card stock, but foils since forever. They purposely want them to curl for some reason. Yes, 100% true. I have seen the quote personally with my own eyes. So unless it was faked, Mark Rosewater, I believe it was, word for word said that they know that foils curl and they are leaving it that way on purpose. So yes, that's not even conspiracy theory. It's a fact. I guess I technically have to say, I don't have a screenshot of it. I just remember seeing it. So 99.9%, I'm pretty sure that he made some statement about the quality, like they wanted it to not be something, and like, he compared it to other games. It was this big elaborate explanation. Okay, just trust me, they're doing it on purpose from what I remember seeing. Conspiracy theory number 6. Battle Bond was printed in Japan on the Japanese cardstock with the purple core, like binding agent or glue or adhesive or whatever, because Hasbro finally told them to do something about the garbage quality of their cards, or they themselves finally decided to fix it. I would actually just right off the bat give this one about a 30% chance of being true. They finished the set in 2016, and nobody really knows when they sent it to the printer. It was an out-of-cycle print job, I guess, with the exception of something comes out that time of year. Like, annually, they release something. I mean, it was, Conspiracy the last time or whatever. But they have upped the number of products going out. So maybe their print place in Texas or whatever just couldn't keep up. They were just like, we're too busy. And they're like, fine, do it in Japan. Or, I don't know, Japan had some kind of opening, or it was a scheduling thing. Maybe they had a sale, they had a discount. I kind of doubt it. That's not how that works. But the reason I'm giving it a 30% is there has to be a damn good reason to have something done in Japan. Japanese everything is expensive, okay? It's not like, China or like Ethiopia where like materials, paper, especially Japan, basically like doesn't have wood. They find it very hard to make wood-based goods there. They got to import the paper. Labor's pretty expensive there. There's no reason to get something made in Japan unless you have a damn good reason. And then the shipping cost. Japan is one of the most expensive places to ship. It's like that and Australia. I can't think of anywhere more expensive that is a major place that people actually live that would be more expensive to ship to. Or I should say, from, but either way. So what would be the reason? And you're left with almost nothing, but they wanted it to actually be high quality. Well, this isn't some weird collector set. This wasn't even a $9.99 a pack set. It's just Battle Bond. I mean, some people considered it just some throwaway gimmicky, draft set. Who cares? It's a draft set, whatever. But they basically made it Eternal Masters 2.0, so there is that. But why didn't they raise the price? I think it's because people would have, basically just like thrown a fit over it, because they would have been like, okay, if it's Eternal Masters, just call it Eternal Masters. You can't just say it's $4.99 a booster because you put a bunch of, Modern and Commander and other staples in there. I mean, it's either a reprint set or it's a draft set. Make up your mind, and I'm not paying any more than I have to draft it, because draft is already expensive. So I think it was the Secret Master set. That's why they had it printed in Japan. That's more likely, other than just, people are tearing us apart for our card quality. So we will have to see what M19 is printed on. As far as I know, which this is strange to me, nobody has ripped a card in half yet and saw if it was blue or purple. Or if they did, they kept it to themselves. It's literally the first thing I'm going to do with the first card I open, so that seems odd to me. I mean, did they fire the people in Texas? Did Texas say we're no longer taking your contracts? Did they just say unacceptable quality? They did allegedly fire the head of production, which is basically quality assurance and making sure the product isn't crap. Gee, imagine that. Wizards of the Coast just fired the person who's in charge of making the quality of the product not garbage. Did they really? I'm shocked. So are all cards going to be printed in Japan? I'm going to say hell no. That's conspiracy theory number 6.5 or whatever. Or 5B, or what the hell are we even on right now? Will all cards be printed in Japan from now on? Hell no. The rumor is the reason that they switched to a cheaper, crappier paper that bends is because paper prices are up in all of America, if not worldwide. So if Texas said, it's going to cost us 20% more to print these, and the number one expense in selling Magic cards, besides the distributor's cut, mathematically, is, the actual printing, like buying and making the product itself, a little bit more expensive than opening a booster pack on digital, where it costs like 1/100 of a penny, literally the electricity to run the servers. And software licenses and hardware and electricity and bandwidth. Okay, I get it. But rumor is they said, that's unacceptable. Our margins are too high compared to digital. We make all of our money on MTGO. That is true. Last I heard, it's 60% of their money comes from MTGO. Just put it on crappier paper. Screw it. Paper's dying anyway. We want to go to digital. If that's what they did, and that's why the paper's bending garbage, and then after everybody threw a fit and everybody's just never letting them hear the end of it, it's been like, 6, 7, 8, 9 sets of curling garbage, and they still haven't fixed it? They are married to that decision, so they have to have a damn good reason at this point for switching to this garbage paper. So, do I think all future sets are going to be printed in Japan for quality reasons? Hell no. Do you know how much more expensive that would be? No. No way in hell is that what they're doing. No. 0% chance that conspiracy theory is correct. But the next Master set, we'll see. I wouldn't put it past them. And the final related conspiracy theory for this video, and this one's huge. I saved the best for last. MTGO, the upgrades to it, the cycling of the whole team and hiring people who actually know what they're doing, allegedly, the creation of Arena, and then, I'd say Puzzle Quest and the new MOBA, which, oh my god, I keep forgetting about it, then remembering, and wish I kept forgetting about it. The Cryptic MMO, you got all this digital stuff going, and then you've got all the issues with the paper quality, the print quality, it's gone down, they're trying to cheapen everything out. Then they're taking actions that just completely screw over local gaming stores, like making master sets non-WPN, selling things to Walmart, promoting Walmart, not doing anything about mass drop, actively promoting mass drop, doing nothing about sports and more, selling boxes for like $79 online and selling them in the thousands quantity. Not cracking down on fake WPN locations, fake stores, fake everything. People who just, run 1,000-foot place and then sell everything online. Sealed, by the way. Every action they've taken, with the exception of buy a box promos and a couple other things, lowering the quality and the value, making them tokens for F&M. They're giving people less and less reasons to go to a local gaming store. Is it a giant conspiracy to just purposely kill off the paper side of the game? And people are so split on this. People are like, yes, absolutely, look at the evidence. And then the other side is more like intellectual planning, logic, wisdom. Why would they do this? Where's the intent? Where's the reasoning? Where's the benefit? I don't get it. And this is where the debate gets very interesting, because the margin on opening packs is nothing online. It's all profit. But as far as I've seen, because I'm not that familiar with MTGO, but at least on Arena for sure, packs are way cheaper. So, I mean, isn't it? It's like a $1.50 to $1.75 or something a pack on Arena, depending upon how you buy it and how much at once. Well, maybe $1.75 is what they make on paper packs after they get them printed, shipped, and the distributor takes their cut, and FedEx like 4 times. Seriously, those things move too many times. They really do. So maybe they're making the same per pack digitally as they are in paper, and they know that people would not pay $3.99 for a pack. They just won't, not digital. Because, one, you don't own the cards, and Wizards can take them at any point. Read the EULA, and it's happened to multiple people, by the way. And two, I mean, you're not supporting an LGS. You know that there's less middlemen. It just should be cheaper. There should be less markup. People have a basic understanding of how supply chains work and how, gaming stores got to get their cut and all this other stuff. So do they even make more money on digital? And if it's like, okay, 60% of their money is from digital, 40% is from paper. That's the way I understand it. Why would they just say nuke the 40%? Not 100% of that 40% that only play paper and only play local with their friends are going to say, well, paper just got destroyed. The only LGS within 50 miles just closed. I have nowhere to play and nobody wants to play kitchen table Magic. They want to play real like F&M and pre-releases. Oh, well, I'll just play online. I'll just convert exclusively online. Online play and in-person play and anonymous random strangers on the internet versus your friends, and it's a completely different experience. Completely different. When I'm at, some kind of event, F&M, pre-release, whatever, we're all just dicking around telling jokes and, getting food. It's a thing. It's a whole big social thing. Online, it's purely just the game. And lately, purely just the game has been crap. Okay, Standard has been miserable. They've had to ban, 6, 7 cards in it? It's been virtually unplayable. The only silver lining is, messing around with a bunch of stupid, geeky, friendly people. I think paper players are paper players. Digital players are digital players. They have completely different motivations and play styles. And there is some crossover. There's people that do both, but that's it. If they were just let's cut off paper, they'd be saying, let's make less money. We have existing customers and an existing giant infrastructure, distribution network and everything. Let's kill all that because we just don't need that much money. Are you kidding me? And remember, Hasbro is their parent company. They still make, paper board games, sit down, family night kind of stuff. They still believe in that. They're pushing it. It's still huge. People love to think that computers are taking over everything, but it's been long enough that people are sick of computers. Sometimes you actually want to get off the computer and just do something real. When computers were new and shiny and, great graphics and video games, when that was all new, yeah, people were way too into it. At this point, it's just take it or leave it. I've got enough of it. Whatever. Let's play a real game. So it's coming back. That's why everybody's saying, paper's dying. Everybody wants everything digital. I really do not prefer digital play. I prefer playing with paper. With Magic the Gathering specifically, the rules enforcement, the automatic calculations, the you can't make a mistake, kind of stuff. You can't play 2 lands on 1 turn accidentally. There's no cheating. There's a mountain of benefits. It's just, all things being equal, if nobody's cheating and nothing goes wrong and I know the rules, I would prefer to play paper. So I'd maybe give it a 15% chance of being, yes, they're actively screwing over local gaming stores and are purposely trying to kill off paper. They want the TCG part gone. They just want it to be digital because it's easier and whatever. So it's not 0% because they've made so many decisions and taken so many actions that have screwed over the local gaming stores. It's like they're purposely trying to get them to fail. It's just with the end game being, let's get rid of the paper printed product completely. I just don't see it. It doesn't make business sense, logical sense, nothing. I don't see it. But then again, I don't work at Wizards. Maybe they do have some master plan. Maybe I'm not seeing the big picture here. Maybe they do have some extrapolations that give them a reason to do it. That's why I'm leaving the door open a little bit, but I do think it's unlikely. And I know some people are going to say, no, clearly just based on the evidence, even if you can't figure out the end game, we're going towards it. Look at the actions they've taken. So, I do give respect to anybody who feels that way, and I'm leaving it up in the air a little bit. It's just my opinion on it is I lean pretty strongly towards no, they're not purposely trying to kill it for that reason. But are they knowingly taking actions that are damaging local gaming stores and harming paper? Yes, that's not even an opinion. Yes, they are doing that. So the only thing really left over for the conspiracy theory is why, and that's why the conspiracy theories are flying. So that's it for today's video. Hope you found it interesting. I doubt that everybody's heard of every last one of these. I was going to throw in one about SJWs and the whole company being liberal as a joke, but it's really just sad and depressing and 100% true. But if you do have another conspiracy theory that you want, all the evidence, both sides, whatever, just share it with everybody down below, and maybe I'll even make a follow-up video. But either way, it's very interesting to talk about this stuff, and everybody gets that fun rush of "ooh, told you so" when something that they said, "Oh, I wonder if this is that and that, and maybe this, and ooh, secretly this," and then it turns out they're right a year later. That's always fun. Everybody likes to predict stuff. So feel free to leave any comment on any of these different things down below, and I will see you guys next video.